Hi everybody, I'm Sophie, I'm the blogger at Xtras online. Hopefully you've seen some of our blog posts in the past. I know a lot of you certainly saw our recent competition to give away a full set of our makeup brushes, and you were all very enthusiastic and excited about it, and eventually it was Gillian who was the lucky lady who won the competition. So those brushes should be with her in the next couple of days. And I'm personally glad to have them out of the office because I've been eyeing them up and wanting to steal them myself, so she's lucky. You were all so excited about it. We thought instead of the usual blog posts where you could just read them, I'd do a video blog once a week to try and help you learn how to use the brushes which Gillian received in the giveaway. The first one, which seemed the obvious one to begin with, is a foundation brush, and it's the first makeup you apply to your face, so I thought this would be a good place to start. For this tutorial you're going to need a foundation brush. I'm using the W7 foundation brush, which is available on the Xtras website. I also like to use blending sponges when I apply my foundation, just to get to harder to reach areas and to have a little dabble. Obviously you're going to need your foundation as well. I prefer to use a BB cream because it's a bit more moisturising. Mine's designed for combination skin. But I'm going to be mixing it with my Clarins True Comfort foundation, which is also from Xtras. Everything I've got is from Xtras, really. But this is where a foundation brush is very handy for mixing different kinds of foundation together. So if, like me, you've got loads of different shades, you don't need to rush to the shop every time your tan fades. You can just get two different ones, mix them together, and you've got a brand new foundation colour for your skin. So I like to use the back of my hand when I'm applying my foundation as sort of like a palette, how an artist uses a palette to mix their colours. So I just put a little drop on there and a little drop of my Clarins. There we go. And I'm going to mix the two together until they're a nice consistency and colour. That's the right colour for me. There we go, it's perfect. And what you want to remember when you're using a foundation brush is that you want to be downward motions, sweeping across your face, sweeping the liquid foundation across your face. I always find it's a bit better to use a liquid foundation than a powder with a foundation brush. So down. I like to focus on my T-zone because this is where I tend to have my, this is where I tend to want my skin tone more even because it gets a little bit blotchy. Okay. And I also like to put a little bit on my eyelids as it kind of works as a primer. I wear a lot of eyeshadow. It keeps the eyeshadow on for a little bit longer. There we go, down. Can you see it's also a lot quicker than when you apply it with your fingers? Like, you've got more surface area with the brush and it's more natural. The brush applies it more naturally than your finger does when you dab it all over your face. If there are areas where you've got a bit of a blemish or a scar, or like me, I've got a mole on my face, which everyone tells me is a beauty spot, but it's really just a mole. I like to just a bit thicker dab over that area, and it gives it just a little bit more coverage. And then using my blending sponge, I just like to go over the harder to reach areas. There we go. Next I'll go on to be obviously putting on my concealer, and next week I'll be teaching you how to use the next step, which is a blusher or bronzer brush, whatever you want to use it for, which I apply masses and masses of blusher and bronzer. So that'll be for next week. I hope that's helped, and I hope you now know how to use your foundation brushes. Check out our website, we've got a great range of brushes on the website, and I'll be seeing you next week. So, thank you. See you later.